What are congruent triangles? Two triangles are congruent when they have the same shape and size. That means their corresponding sides are of equal length, and their corresponding angles are of equal measure. Let's place this in one of our rule boxes and save it for later. For congruent triangles, the following is true. Corresponding sides are of equal length, and corresponding angles are of equal measure. Take a look at these triangles. They are congruent. Placed on top of each other, they match perfectly. Let's label this triangle ABC and this triangle DEF. You write the fact that they are congruent like this. Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. This symbol is commonly used for congruence, an equal sign with a tilde or squiggle above it. As triangles ABC and DEF are congruent, their corresponding sides are of equal length, and their corresponding angles are of equal measure. In math, we have a particular way of showing this. Let's first focus on the sides. In these congruent triangles, AC and DF correspond. Because the two triangles are congruent, that means that the length of side AC equals the length of side DF. Let's add one hash mark to these sides to remind you that they are of equal length. The corresponding sides AB and DE are also of equal length, so you can add two hash marks to these. The last remaining sides, BC and EF, are also equal in length. Add three hash marks to these sides to show that fact. You have now labeled the sides to indicate they are congruent. It's time to move your attention to the angles. The two triangles are congruent, meaning their corresponding angles are of equal measure. Let's start with the corresponding angles B and E. You can add one arc to these angles as a reminder that they're equal. Now you can move on to the corresponding angles A and D. Add two arcs to these to indicate that they are of equal measure. And finally, add three arcs to angles C and F, as they are of equal measure too. And there you go. Both the sides and the angles have been labeled properly to indicate that the triangles are congruent. Let's take a quick look at two other triangles. They seem to be congruent, but are they? They both have three sides, where each pair is of equal length. They also each have three angles that are of equal measure. But no matter how you rotate them, they won't match up. So, are they congruent? Well, you might notice that they are mirror images of each other. That means that if you flip one, then they match perfectly. Triangles that are mirror images of each other are also considered to be congruent. By definition, congruence only demands equal side lengths and equal angle measures. There are several rules you can use to determine if two triangles are congruent. You will learn all about them in upcoming videos. Two triangles are congruent when they have the same shape and size. That means their corresponding sides are of equal length and their corresponding angles are of equal measure.